Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello and happy Thursday. So, I wanted to, first, my name is Shaniqua. I'm here because I'm on a 120-day journey to find completion, internal peace, and also natural healing. I thought it'd be a good idea to start introducing myself coming in. Today is day 30, but we're actually going to chat a little bit and backtrack because there are some things that has happened since the last time I recorded, which was day 25, which is probably the last day I was consistent with everything. So I had a heart-to-heart with myself because I was going to do two things. One, I was either going to scrap this and restart, I guess, and revamp goals, or I was going to add the days that I wasn't consistent onto the tail end of things. The reason why I say those were the two options because I'm still consistent when it comes to my training with brain and body. And I went to the Love Thyself workshop, which was a weekend long workshop, and it changed my life. Not to sound cliche, but I realized that my journey for self-discovery and healing has been going on for a while, and trust me, I'm a big component fan of therapy. Reason why I went into the field, but I do believe that it's okay to use supplementary resources to help you get to that deeper inner self. And love is that, right? Like loving and not having like the hate and pain. We always talk about that, but what does that really mean? A lot of times we just let it sit there and hope it goes away, but we don't never get to a point where we actually dig out and get the garbage out. And that's what this weekend was about, is getting out a lot of garbage that probably brought me here in the first place or brought me to therapy at one point. Like on the surface and probably a little bit in the core, I always feel fine. But if I want to get to a point of truly being centered, truly being in love with myself, and not on a physical aspect as well, that was another thing, and also truly forgiving others. Like, as to get to a point where things don't bother me, the decisions I make on how I move and deal with people don't cause me frustration or anxiety. It has to get to a point where all those things are aligned. And this training really does help me get there. It also helps me open up, my sixth sense. And before I even go deeper, I do want to put a disclaimer because I did have someone in love kind of say something about my Instagram post because I was talking about my experience from the weekend, and I talked about chakras. Now, I want to make, and if you practice this, no shots to you. But I'm just saying for me personally, at the deepest of my core, I am a Christian. I believe in the Trinity. I'm not going to change. I have experienced being a Baptist, not a denominational. At the end of the day, Jesus is my center. God is my head. Period. Now, am I a big fan of pastors? Absolutely not. I'm not going to lie or say, and there's nothing that anyone can kind of change me there. And the reason why I love my master, because my master makes it focus on the love of what the four saints had. When we're talking about Jesus, we're talking about Buddha, we're talking about the love. There's no interpreting the Bible for me. I can read on my own, which I do. At the end of the day, Jesus was love, and love was Jesus. So simple path to follow. Say that when I was talking about chakras, I was talking about the chakras, the body points. We already know we have those points. Whatever somebody wants to call them is that, but we have healing points. There's no denying that. If it was, there wouldn't be massage therapists. It wouldn't be acupuncture. It wouldn't be chiropractors. Like, we have those points. And again, came at me with love. I just made them understand that no, I do not do crystals, stones, rubies. I don't do that. Like, that's not what my journey is about. I don't know anything about that, and I have no desire, interest in that. Um, because again, it's love. My thing is to have a deeper sense of love for myself and other that's pure, right? That doesn't require me to buy any stones. It just requires me to dig deeper, to breathe deeper, and to understand how my brain and body is connected to ensure that I am able to live a full, happy life. Because that's what Jesus wanted us. That what God wanted us to do on this earth, is to live a full, happy life. I say all that just to get that off my chest a little bit. But that's where I've been going, and that's why I'm kind of changing this whole thing in regards to not having as many goals or focusing on what um I need to do to, like, I don't know, like when I left that weekend, I had like my whole, like, these are the goals for 20 days. I took it down. It really didn't make any sense. I think for me, the main goal is consistency. That's the number one goal. And it's figuring out what can I do to get to a place where I'm consistent. Consistent for 120 days. And we went over that too. We went over what our vision was, what our goals are. And a couple minds that I can fully say that I can be committed to. If I add on, great. But most likely that's something else I'm not going to do. I'm not adding on any new goals for these 120 days. So my goals are simply to attend my class 3 times a week, to call my mom or a family member who I have love for and who respects me weekly, to say I love you. Not text, just a call. I will be practicing more of my bowing. So I have it at 5 minutes, and I have 5 minutes for the danja tapping, but I'm hoping that would increase. But again, baseline here, people. I'm starting with baselines. Of course, still doing my journaling. And then I put no junk food just so that my palate and my internal body stays clear and pure. Couple things that you probably knows I didn't put in there. Oh, and I put no work after 7. I need to really have that clear boundary of work and family. I know some like 7's late, but I be having meetings some days and projects pile up. But 7's sensible for me. So yeah. Those are the goals that I put. Now, will I be bowing here? Maybe. Don't know yet. I feel how comfortable I am. But it should not be an issue of how comfortable I am. I should have no shame for anything. But yeah, I think I say all that to say that is definitely a shift that's happening mentally. Some of that will still require me to feel okay about some things, but it's part of the process and journey. I'm just glad that I have some type of, I guess, next steps, goals, or what I want to accomplish. Now, as you all know, I am doing trauma therapy. I will continue to do that because I believe both is a perfect marriage to help me on my journey. Still doing my patches. They just came, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my wolf one on. But yeah, no, we're just gonna add like probably 5 to 10 days, and then we'll kind of go from there. I also want to do more reading because there's something else that happened. Don't know how. Well, I do. I went down the love and hip hop hole for like 2 days, and like I was like, this is not good for my spirit. So that was that. Yeah, I'm trying to put them on my actual forearm because I was putting them on my thighs, if you all remember. Anywho, where's that? I already took my vitamins, but I didn't take my intestine immunity boost. So let's take that. Fantastic. I just love taking this stuff because like I be feeling like my body is saying, we love you, and I'm like, I love you too, and it's how I love you. Yeah, so I feel good. I think we're gonna definitely just continue on and see what happens. And I usually do a meditation and everything, but like I said, I'm switching a lot of that up and switching out for the bowing and the dungeon tapping. Um, I may record tomorrow doing it and see how I feel about it, but we'll see. But yeah, no, I just wanted to kind of get that out. I'm not worshiping a demon, or I'm even when I'm doing my dungeon tapping, like my stomach, like again, I'm just moving my organs. And I'm asking myself, what do I really want? And I'm giving thanks to God. Like I'm not doing anything weird, as people may say. And that's one thing me and my master talked about. I told my master going into this, I was kind of conflicted because, like, oh man, I'm going against God. It's not. And she like, the beauty about their practice is everyone from all type walks of religion comes. It's not a religious based practice. It's connecting your brain and your body. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so have a good day. I hope to have an intro video created for this. Like, I need to get someone to do it. But yeah, but even if it's just me, myself, and I plan on being consistent. So thank you. Bye.